Well, you know, everyone is running from deals while Rupert Murdoch is running toward them. So what is he seeing that others are apparently missing? This on a day when I said the major averages are wrapping up what's a bumpy month for stocks, certainly a bumpy day today. Let's ask the crew from Bulls and Bears, Scott Bleier, Tobin Smith, Gary B. Smith, and Alexis Glick, our director of news program. She's not with Bulls and Bears, but she just laughs at them.
Oh, come on, put her on the team.
She laughs at them when they're on.
I was just excited to join them.
What do you make of this, Alexis, that in this environment, very iffy market environment of late, he says, go in full throttle?
You know, you and I talked about this earlier, and I think the distinction here is, just as you had mentioned, which is he does look at things in the long haul. He's not looking at this as a transaction today, and the markets are very jittery. They're very volatile, and what we're focused on right now in terms of the subprime markets and housing, that's a different situation. He's got a track record here. He's made transactions work in the past, and the media transactions, the billions of dollars he's invested in newspapers, has really turned out to be great moves.
All right, Scott Bleier, we heard yesterday that 20 pending deals or mergers were delayed because we couldn't get the financing for it. Now, Mr. Murdoch has a lot more at his disposal, readily available, than do some of those deal makers. But what do you make of that weird conflict, if it is one?
Well, Neil, the deal flow this year and over the past couple of years has been on the back of very easy money, very easy credit terms. And so private equity, i.e. financial firms, have gripped, stripped, ripped, and want to flip their companies. There's no strategic
How long
interest.
did you practice that line?
Yeah,
I
just made it up. It just flowed. It just flowed. But this deal for Dow Jones, and I think as soon as GE backed out, the deal was sealed, and it showed that GE is probably going to sell all their media assets if they didn't step up to the plate and bid for Dow Jones now. It's a one-off strategic deal that fits with what News Corp is doing now and what News Corp is doing in the future. So therefore, it makes perfect sense.
Well, look, Tobin, obviously there were no serious other competitors that came forth with the kind of money that would be able to move the Bancroft family or the Dow Jones board. What are we to make of that?
Well, Neil, I think we're missing one key point here, which is that Murdoch's perspective is global. And Dow Jones and that business is going to be much more global 10 years from today than it ever was now. I mean, really, the paper has never gotten past the United States. The Financial Times in Europe dominates. Other parts of the world are dominated. And what Rupert sees that other people don't see is that we do truly have a global economy with synchronous expansions all throughout the world. And that brand has barely scratched the global world. Now, that brand, by the way, may be in print, but that brand certainly will be in television. That brand certainly will be on the internet. And if he wants to sell Market Watch, my company over here very much like to buy Market Watch.
Well, bottom line, what you're saying, and Gary, maybe you can add to this, is that Alexis and I are going to be big in Zimbabwe.
Exactly.
But back to Alexis's point about the long-term appeal of this. You know what they say about newspapers. You know what they say about the printed word. You know what they say even with the promise of getting that word on the internet. It could be a zero-sum game. What do you make of it?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a zero-sum game, and we'll welcome Alexis. The only thing I would say about Alexis is she's already stolen all my, my good lines and thoughts. So I think we need to have her on a little bit less, if you know what I mean. But I think she was on. I think she was on to a good point.
Way to suck up, Gary.
It's not so much the print part of the Wall Street Journal that I think Mr. Murdoch was interested in. I think it's more of the cachet. I think over the years it may well continue to be print, but he wants the cachet of the Wall Street Journal, what they bring to business news, not only because of what money they make, I guess, online, but what they can also add to the Fox Business Network, the Fox News channel. It fits in perfectly.
Yeah, but you know, guys, and
it's all
Alexis,
about content.
I know about kind of the internet. I think we missed the Wall Street Journal alone. 2 million copies go out a day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I agree with Tobin on this global story. The global story is huge. But as you and I have talked about, there are so many other properties in this basket of goods other than just the print publication of the Wall Street Journal. There's opinionjournal.com. There's careerjournal.com. They are creating a new personal finance website with IAC and Barry Diller. There's
are changing.
AlexisAnil.com. Hey, there you go.
Be a big one.
So there are so many other exciting things in here that will speak so well to all the different publications that we have across the globe, and of course the media outlets. It's a no-brainer.
And away we go. I want to thank you all.